often do you go to the beach or the lake normally?
Beach probably once or twice a year.
Probably the beach like once a year, maybe twice, and the lake probably twice.
I probably go to the beach once a summer.
What would you say is your favorite summer activity?
Favorite summer activity? Probably just hanging out with people on nice days like this.
Jet skiing, sailing, boating, sandcastles.
Have you ever tried wakeboarding?
I'm not.
I've not.
I have not.
No, I've tried boogie boarding, and I can do that, but not wakeboarding.
Yes, and I don't know how you get up. I really don't know how you do it though, but it looks confusing.
Did you know that we have a wakeboarding club here at UT?
I did, actually.
I did. I have a friend that's a part of it. I was supposed to go with him to a meeting.
No, I didn't.
I do know y'all have a wakeboarding club at UT. I have a few friends who do it.
No, I did not know about it.
Welcome back to Vol Talk. I'm your host, Ali La Rosa. Today we're discussing the VolWake Club, a student-run group on campus. I'm here with Austin Cunningam and Cali Ehrenberger. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So what is VolWake?
VolWake is the University of Tennessee wakeboarding and wake surfing team. We have our boat down at Volunteer Landing Marina, and we basically flip around and jump in front of the stadium, so it's pretty great.
Yeah, it actually got started, I believe, in the late 80s or early 90s as a ski club, and then as the sport progressed, turned into a wakeboard and surf club, but we do it all, so.
That's awesome. So how'd you guys get involved with it?
I actually got involved because I saw somebody's story on Instagram, and they're were putting on videos of like people doing crazy tricks and stuff, and I had grown up wakeboarding, so I was like, I want to be a part of that. That looks super fun. So I reached out on the Instagram, DM'd them, and then I was on the team a week later, and then I think it was like probably a month after that I got taken on as an officer.
Pretty much the same way. I reached out on Instagram. Actually, my senior year of high school coming into UT because one of my friends had competed with the wake team. So, so when I came down here, I immediately joined and similarly became an officer about a month later.
So for positions, what's your positions?
I'm vice president. I pretty much, at this point in the year, I'm just helping everybody do their jobs because there's a lot going on.
I'm PR and social chair, so basically I put together any events that we do. So that could be like snowboarding events, that could be charity events. And then I also help to run the Instagram, and I run like fun, interactive activities on the Instagram and collect posts and that kind of stuff.
How many members do you guys have?
We actually have 82 members, I believe, right now. So a lot. That's why we take the boat out every day of the week. But we typically have more in the spring than we do the fall, just because we have more riding time in the spring. So.
Right. What do you do when you guys get together? Like, what does going on the boat look like?
So usually one of the officers will go to Volunteer Landing Marina before we take it out. We take it out 5 days a week. We will pull the boat around to the dock, and about 10-ish members get on and 2 officers get on. And usually we start with wakeboarding, so everyone kind of gets their little set, and then surfers will go after. And we basically just run the boat. Depends on what day and what schedule, but usually 3 to 7 we'll go and run the boat down the Tennessee River, and get as many people riding as we can.
That's awesome. So for somebody wanting to join, do they have to have experience with it, or can anybody just join?
Absolutely not. That's actually a pretty common misconception is people see the things we post and think you have to be extraordinary or good or even know how to ride to join the club, but anybody can join. It's very open, and we have plenty of skilled riders that love to teach. So.
Yeah, we're all very supportive of each other and of each other's skill level. Whether it's we celebrate someone getting up for the first time or someone doing something like crazy or more experienced.
Right. What's the craziest thing somebody's done?
Just the trick names are actually pretty funny, but the craziest thing I can think of off the top of my head would be whirlybird.
And we had a kid try a double backflip the other day, just because he was
feeling up to it.
And
but one of the guys that comes down and rides with us a lot, John Kevin Mullins, is really good. He's actually a semi-pro rider, so
Oh wow.
when he comes down, it's always a treat to get to watch him ride.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna pretend to know what that is. 'Cause I
Yeah.
have no clue, but
It's
that
a lot.
sounds cool.
You learn as you go.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
Right.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Sounds like a foreign language
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
So on Instagram, I saw that you guys were partnered with Red Bull. How did
Yes.
that happen?
So I actually had somebody in one of my classes that I've been friends with since freshman year. And she reached out to me and she was like, hey, we love what you guys do. Is there any way you'd be willing to partner with us? So basically they give us a bunch of Red Bull to take out on the boat. So we keep the boat stocked, all different flavors. And basically just to fuel our riders, I would say. And then we post what we post with Red Bull, and they also are going to be able to come to some of our events and help us to host our events too. So basically through a connection that I had freshman year, and she's a like a marketing rep for Red Bull. So she was like, hey, you guys want to work together? And then, it ended up working really well. So.
Yeah, it's been awesome, honestly. They do a lot for us, considering, that we're a collegiate team. So
Gotta love the networking.
Oh,
Yeah.
Takes you very
always,
far.
always.
Exactly.
So do you guys have competitions, or like what does that look like?
So competitions varied quite a bit as far as what a competition looks like. During COVID, we had a lot of virtual competitions. So we had certain competitions were skill-based, so individual riders would pay an entry fee, and we would have a film crew come out and film them riding, and we would submit, their tricks. And then we also had the actual video competition, which judged how well the video was put together, how well it was edited, and kind of the behind-the-scenes aspect. Now that everything's opening up again, the competitions have really ramped up. Most of them are in the spring. That it allows everybody to get the riders situated and know who's going to be competing, because obviously all 82 people can't compete at the same time. So
Right.
but it's been awesome. There's competitions all across the country, so we try to do as much as we can.
It's awesome. So what's your favorite part about VolWake and being a part of it?
I would say my favorite part is, we're a team, right? We go out with these people and get to ride with them, but we're not just a team. We're actually friends outside of VolWake. Like we've created this like awesome community, and we all hang out with each other on the weekends, and we now have like crazy fun together and inside jokes and everything. It's not just like something that's, super professional and, just VolWake oriented. We're friends outside of VolWake.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of how I made my friends coming in to
Yeah.
college too, was through VolWake. There's a lot of members, so that's who we hang out with now a lot. So
Yeah, I always say like my life would be dull without them. Like we have a great group of kids who all love to be on the water, love to do crazy things, and I think that's a good support system. I think we're lucky enough to have a good support system to
definitely.
have in college. It's great.
Yeah, it's great to have a great community and a great organization to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So your events, what does that look like?
So basically, it's sort of anything that I can, think of. So we've done a couple different charity events. We've worked with the Humane Society, and we did the Dog for a Day stuff. So we took the dog down to the water and that whole thing. We got to go to the Humane Society, and we went and did a bunch of different projects for them, and then at the end got to play with the dogs. We've gone on a couple different snowboarding trips, which is really fun. Like we always say, when we can't wakeboard, can't be on the water, we like to be in the snow. So we've gone to Beach Mountain, and got to do a little snowboarding trip together. We have coming up, a couple different events. We're gonna do a surf competition with like locally for a charity, and then we are going to hopefully just kind of do like an end of the year party, a little get together for our members. So
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to join, where can they go?
Definitely the best way to join is our Instagram. Reach out to our Instagram, DM us. All the officers have access to it, so somebody will get back to you, and typically it's pretty fast, like I said, because we all have access to it, so somebody's normally on the Instagram, and we'll give you due prices and what a typical year looks like and how you would be able to join our program, at the actual details of it, and also sometimes one of the officers' phone numbers for more questions and things like that.
yeah, and people like approach us on campus too. A lot of us are always kind of repping VolWake stuff, so
Yeah, you
Yes.
guys
We've
have
had-
cool merch.
Yeah.
we've had people come up to us on campus, and if you ever see any of us out, like feel free to, say something to us, we're happy to like tell you guys about the club or anything like that.
Definitely.
We all love it. It's kind of our baby. So
Yeah. And if you join, we can get some of the cool merch.
Yeah, exactly.
For you, so.
Exactly. Yep.
So you guys said that you take the boat out every day, like Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
How many times?
It's usually it depends. Usually depends on the driver's schedule, but it's anywhere from like 3 to 7, I would say normally, every Monday through Friday, and usually people's sets are about 20 minutes. Sets meaning how long they ride. It's about 20 minutes. So I would say that's about.
Yeah, and you know, all of our officers are in college, so we have to work around our school schedules and things like that. So, you know, and we don't get to take it out as much as we want to, even though it's 5 days a week. Sometimes, if an officer has an open morning, we'll do an early set and take a group out.
That's actually one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, right at sunrise almost.
It's so cool.
It's a little chilly, but if you can brave it, it's fun.
Yeah, we've gone from riding from like sunrise to sunset with like different riders or different drivers. It's so fun to get out there early in the morning and just kind of like, it's a good little wake up.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things to do. It's great.
Well, I feel like no other like campus really has like this type of team. Do you guys know if like UT is specific for this or?
So, actually, a lot of the schools around the country, like the major schools, like UCF, Michigan, Baylor, Texas, and so on.
Arizona State has a team.
Arizona State
Michigan
has a
State
big
has a team.
team.
Oh, wow.
But we're privileged here in the fact that we're right on the Tennessee River. So
Right.
for us to go ride,
It's
it's right there. You know, it's a 10-minute walk from campus even. So
Yeah. And I think it's so cool that one of the things I love as well is like, we literally get to ride directly in front of the stadium. So like, it's so cool. Some of our shots that we've gotten and like, are just, I mean, awesome.
great background.
Great background. Like it's right through, like under the bridges, right through like the city. It's so accessible, which you're saying is like something that's really cool about our team. It's not like you have to drive an hour to get to the lake. It's like, all right, 5 minutes, I'll be there in a second. Let's go ride.
Which not many other.
Yeah.
I don't know of any actually that have the accessibility we have, but
Yeah, we're very lucky.
yeah.
Well, that's all the questions I have. Is there anything that I didn't say or that you guys want to include or?
Just feel free to reach out to any of us. We're happy to share about our team and our club. We love it, so we hope that we can share as much as we can.
We're all very passionate about it, so
Yeah.
if you bring it up, we're going to want to talk about it forever.
Forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And on social media, what's like the Instagram handle?
Just VolWake.
very
Just
simple.
VolWake?
Yep.
Yep.
VolWake.
Perfect. Well, that's all the time we have. Austin, Cali, thank you for coming. We'll see you next week for our last show of the semester. Thanks for watching.